Okay, game number 2 between Late Night Club and the Brazilian legend, the former champions of the RTS League, is starting. And we see that on the bottom we have spawn of LNC Golden Axe, and as you could expect on a Marsh, he already sees the hunt very nicely, but otherwise he is just not seeing anything. So after he builds the house, he will have to scout for something better. His teammate Isis as a priest also seen the nice hunt and another right there at the back, so that's pretty good for him if he was to be raided, so he will be having safe back hunt. TC for Boomin, nice as well. And moving on to I'm on Fire as the last from LNC. Right next to his hand he has a double of hippos. That's also nice to see. That's similar like a bunch of hunt. But looking right now at the TCs, this one is very bad for either him or his opponent. It seems like this and this are third of Seattle and I'm on Fire. And they are both pretty much in equal position, with this one being absolutely terrible. And that means that this one will be hotly contested between those two, and who captures it will be in a decided advantage because he should be controlling more or less this one. So this will be very important part of the game. Moving on with the maps on Seattle. Also, nice forward hunt, gold, kind of secure, and another gold right in his base. So if he gets raided, which he shouldn't be as an Oranos, he should be the one raiding, he will be pretty safe. Another hippos right here with the picks on Marsh. Second TBL is Metallo, that's their Zeus. He's gathering hunt in the front. We'll have a smooth transition to, well, this might be another hurt, maybe. Or if he wants, he will just move into the picks. Or the cranes right there in the back, so a bit of safe hunt there. Save gold as well. Another, yeah, that's the march for you. Last one from TBL is Oranos as a gold lion. Also backhand, hippos, nice gold. Everything pretty nice. Looking at Relic, you can see that Princess already captured first one, and that's that villager skill animus, a single shot. Well, that's not all that awesome, nobody's playing set or anything, but it could help in some proper gathering here, and he switches because it's not that great, and he switches to better wood and gold gather rates, and that's absolutely awesome, especially the gold for an Eggy. Another relic. Pegasus, oh, okay. Better caravans, okay, so that's for Eggy. That's the second route that the Pharaoh from Priest will be doing, I think. Two pair of lions, not great. Cheaper walls and gates, not great. A better unit line of sight, absolutely great. That's absolutely great for a raiding, because you see like half the map with your raiders, and obviously you have much easier time of fighting enemy release. A better cavalry speed, that's not bad. That will allow for some nice raiding. And cheaper titans, okay. That's not bad either, but not really crucial. You can see that Golden Axe is building his tempo very forwardishly, so they are definitely going for some early aggression. But unfortunately for him, Seattle will know of his intentions pretty soon, I think. Or maybe not. It might end just before the temple, the line of sight. I don't know. And he's advancing right now at 330, which is 430 advance, which is pretty nice. And his teammates, Amon Fire is in as well, whereas Priest will most probably go in for fast heroic if they want early aggression there. Opponents, the Gold Lion not advancing yet, and he's still building a Willy, so that's going to be kinda slowish time. Path clicking in, and that's going to be like 5:15 or some such, so that's not really fast. Whereas Metallo is already halfway through Hermes. Two guys get in favor, a lot of on wood, so Centaur raiding it is for him. Moving on to the last TBL, which is Seattle. And he's 50% there, so that's 430, that's pretty decent. Similar like Golden Axe. Golden Axe is right now already building second temple to cover the third TC from Gold Lion. And he will definitely be looking to harass his opponent soon. Yeah, he should get in as soon as he can. This might, unfortunately for him, be in the range of TC Fairy. Let's see. No, just isn't. Just isn't, so that's a bit of luck for him. You can see some scouting from Metallo here to actually see what's happening with I'm on Fire. And we see some first Valor, and that's here from Eye on Fire, who just caught this villager. Just the last time he was able to build his home to save him from death, but still this means pretty bad. Basically 6 is down on foot, which is pretty bad for him, and very good play for I'm on Fire, who will be looking to apply pressure and secure this DC and this as well. We have seen this one, yep. And other than that, Yellow is retreating back into his base because he needs to defend. As you can see, Metalloid use his bolt to get rid of the annoying troll, and Yellow is being spied, so Golden Axe will know a lot about him in his early attacks. And haha, but well, he will soon be repelled because towers should be enough to make life too difficult for him to continue his pressure. It's not like he has a whole lot of army, and the more time he is losing by running around, the more the towers will be able to shoot at him, but still, without granulations, he's more or less fine. Oh, that's the spawn he wanted! That's the spawn he wanted, INAR, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one, but he kinda mismanaged him and sent him somewhere he shouldn't have been sending him. So, the tower is down, so that's 2 for Godlion off, diminishing the value of his other values, but still, this one and this one cover his wheelies very nicely, and it will be very hard for Golden Lux to do anything about it. At the same time, on the right, I'm on Fire is having 1v1 with Seattle, and he's doing very well. You can see that he's having an upper hand, and that's most probably because of those wheelies having downtime on food gathering that probably hit Seattle very hard. But when you're looking at the score, you don't really know that. It's not really all that clear cut. What's going on in this base? Not much. Just Golden Lux switched from upgraded towers to another upgraded towers. So that's another 8 gone, and yeah, that's a pretty good spawn as well. Although the hero is here, so not much, especially when Odysseus just came out. Yellow is trying to go for some raid. He sees some willies, yeah, he knows where to go. So that's going to be a bit of a trouble for a priest, but he's still having 4 priests and Sphinx, so it could be okay. I'm not really seeing all that much bad luck here. It's not all that terrible, to be honest. And Golden Axe is more or less trying to buy himself time to think what to do, because he's just been repelled and his early game is pretty much toast. You can see that his forward base is being destroyed and he'll more or less be put out of the game. That's probably just a psychological battle from him. You can see he's pretty much toast right there. Priest, well, is so far safe, especially when he knows about it and has time to retreat. He went for 2 TC boom instead of faster heroic, so that will allow him to be reasonably boomed sometime soon, and that's a huge purple blob going into the green base. So let's have a look at it. And I also want to look at the teal blobs there, which is pretty decent centaur raiding on Golden Lux. Yep, that's another reason why Golden Axe maybe wanted a pause, because he needed to see what's happening all around the map, because he was attacking up, and at the same time he was being heavily raided by Metallo. But Metallo should take better care, and Priest is here helping Golden Axe fend off the annoying Centaur, so this Priest should be the end of the Centaur raiding more or less. Oh, that's unfortunate for a Cyclone. His TC beam build just discovered, but he obviously did not notice soon enough, and so this turn I will get some shots in, but still, these guys will kill a Lily, I think. This one will pay with his life, it seems. Well, but he should be doing a bit better, and he is sending a reinforcement, but still, this one Turma is making his life a tad too difficult. At the same time, I'm on fire is doing a very decent job of raiding on 2 spots at once, but right now not moving. But still, he is keeping Seattle in check, but not good enough, not well enough, because he was able to sneak his army past everything I'm on fire had there, and he will be under pressure right now. But he's retreating, so that is another fire of the TC, and this allows I'm on fire to actually harass some of the villies here, but he wasn't able to do enough damage for some meaningful raid, so he needs to retreat, and at the same time Golden Axe in the middle is trying to make life difficult for Metallo, and he's succeeding, because just now he forced those food villies retreat, but they would be retreating anyway since they just ran out of food, and he also successfully walled between Gold Lion and Golden Axe. And Gold Lion is, by the way, at 2 TCs. Same will be for Metalos soon after. Yeah, the Fowler base from Golden Axe is dead. He is building right next to his teammate Priest. He is 60% through Neftis. Yeah, I was thinking about that, and maybe I would be thinking that the Migdol will be going either here or here to cover this gold, and maybe even the TC. Well, we'll see soon enough. Okay, that's a very nice raid from Teal Centaurs. So if with a bit of micro, you might have been able to take quite some villies from Golden Axe. And you really shouldn't underestimate this. And we see some... Priest just use his ancestors without Eclipse. And they are just destroyed by ceasefire. I might actually think that could have been intentional to draw out the ceasefire. Because right now, Gold Lion was attacking his base, and he wanted to kind of secure his advance into the heroic. So I'm half thinking that this was an intentional play to waste the ancestors to draw the powerful ceasefire. If that's the case, that was pretty decent play, because it also stopped raiding from Metallo and Seattle at the same time, who is right now camping this gold, hoping that purple will go there. Another bunch of units is taking care of this TC, while, yeah, that's just red ancestors that are going to die. I'm on fire is raiding in the back. Not sure why Golden Axe isn't finishing this wall. You can build walls in ceasefire, but still, this resulted in some interesting situation. Metallo deciding to go for 30 Seastamas, Gold Lion. Will Golden Axe be in time? Well, with this kind of approach, he isn't. So once this pops up, I'm just switching into Priest base. Yep. Where Priest is having a very hard time actually building his first Migdol. In the ceasefire, he wasn't able to build Migdol, just the siege towers, siege workshops with towers, and he was forced to retreat right into his base with the Migdol. Right now it is coming up. So he will be a 2 TC Priest, or rather ISIS. So decently boomed, especially with the bonus from his prosperity right now, but still, this means the Gold Lion is at 3 TCs metal as well, whereas Priest is at 2 and I'm on fire with Golden Axe are just at 1. And it doesn't look like Golden Axe is really aiming for second TC anytime soon. He's just rebuilding some kind of forward base in the middle, so that as a pocket he can help on both sides, and there's a lot of centaurs raiding around, but not really finding anything useful. Golden Axe is through Bragi. Is maybe Amnofire advancing as well, or is he through? No, he isn't, but he is advancing and finished a TC, so good job on that at least. He caught some green army, that was a bit of a raid there, but it's just going to die to the tower and purple units. But how's it looking here for God Lion? Well, even though the blob really looked ominous there, it's not really all that powerful because it's mostly Turmas and they have very weak attack. And looking at the elephants here and siege towers, that's not anything Priest should be worried about right now. It's just kind of wasted pop limit if he thinks he can do something against this army with it. In the middle, Teal is returning with his raiding party. Not really sure where he's going from there. That's kind of a desperation shockwave. Not really sure if it's worth it, but it might prove to be. And we have flaming weapons from Golden Axe, who is just now trying to kill Metal's 3rd TC. So, okay, Godline is through as well. To Heroic. And this TC, well, it will go down. A lot of it is not getting anything and running away. Metal at 2 TCs, and well, still not exactly sure this was worthwhile. Flaming weapons, especially with yellow right now coming in. The TC is gone, but at the same time, well, with a bit of micro, it could actually work out, because the special attack of the boars, and well, that's a sweet spawn. Another boar spawned, well, that's what ended the battle and forced yellow to retreat. Big battle going on the right side between purple and green. In the meantime, green is trying to sneak in and secure this pretty badly placed TC, and also doing a pretty good raiding on purple here. But this means that his army is bound here, and it's almost dead, so easily killable. And he will be having trouble on his northern front. So now it's 2 versus 2 TCs, but soon will be 3 TCs in Seattle's favor. And it's not like Amon Fire is advancing on it on his 3rd to actually capture it, which is kind of interesting. But he's probably thinking he can push this through. No upgrades, looking at green, none as well. So this is pretty much okay-ish battle, and let's switch to the left, where Golden Axe has joined forces with Priest, who had enough siege, and this picks are actually a pretty good siege as well, and are making life very difficult for God Lion, because he is being hard doubled. Metallo is not doing anything, he was just raiding with centaurs earlier, but then retreated, and right now he's not doing anything at all. So that leads me to think that he will be probably advancing into Mythical Age. Is he even through? Yeah, he is through Apollo, that must have been recently. And this battle is, well, going where it's going, so we can safely switch to see if Metallo is advancing to Heroic, rather Mythic. Just not yet. He's right now booming. And trying to mass some army. And is trying to destroy this wall. Well, if he doesn't advance into Mythic early, or rather soon, well, this double is definitely going to Gold Lion. And they will go like knife through butter through him. Really, without any trouble. They have ton of units that are good against buildings. Other buildings are weak to start with. And yeah, siege towers are incoming, so this is pretty much goodbye, Gold Lion. So they should really pick up their game, TBLs. TC down, rampage going on. Let's quickly switch to the right side, where Amon Fire is trying to do something about this sneaky 30C from Seattle that he did not notice and is definitely unhappy about. But Seattle kinda thinks that his villies are something like Rambo or some such, sending them right into the midst of the battle to farm. Oh well. That's what sometimes happens when you have auto queue on villies, I guess. And this is going... yeah, it would have been going for purple if it wasn't for the extra covering fire from Seattle. Anyway, let's go back to yellow base, where Golden Axe is rampaging around. Allies are somehow defeated, and Teal army is making an appearance here finally. So, the battle is turning into proper 2v2, and it's just an annoying 2v1. Or, well, annoying for God Lion, pretty great for LNC, and you can see that forward Migdol is being built by LNC Priest, and it's not like he should be having any troubles. The army composition from Teal is not great, just some Tok swords, and that's gonna be a real sweet deal for those allies and siege towers. And this will be coming up soon, and goodbye Teal attempts. I'm really curious about this mythic, because that's the last thing that could save them, I think. And it's not really looking like he's advancing anytime soon. So, Migdol is up. And Priest is gonna employ some tower spam to protect his position even further, and yeah, Golden Axe is just trying to use his advantage right now to take the TC, and he's not succeeding. Not Gold Lion is not succeeding either. His Thea 3 is pretty good, but Thought Meteors are pretty sweet. And where are they going? Damn it, I just missed them. Were they cast or were they not cast? No, they weren't, so that was another spell, sorry. I just thought it was Meteors and they weren't. So, I didn't miss anything, so good. So we just saw all around the map what is happening everywhere. And the pitch battle between Seattle and Cyclone, and at the same time here, God Lion is picking up his game and picking up his TC as well. And trying to do something in the middle with the help of Destroyers and Dryads. Well, does he have enough? Ah, here we go. Oh, with the meters. Unfortunately for them, Mythic is not being researched there. That's probably why they cast it. And there's a lot of collateral damage, so the TC won't be even coming down. But still, a lot of arms died. And direct hit into Golden Axe's army. So, they have some support going in there. Okay, so that's a good strategy. And that was just to nick Metalos TC, and right now the army will do rest. Still no Mythic. Attempt at TC that is being disrupted from Golden Axe, and quite nice battle between Iron Fire and Seattle, where Seattle is doing very well, but considering he is 1 TC up, he should be doing a bit better. And he's actually trying to steal 4th from Iron Fire. Okay. And he will definitely succeed because he already has an advantage. So, yeah. He should be succeeding in that. Gold Line is still at just 1 TC. There's still 2 TCs at the back, so I would be guessing that the Priest would be in a pretty good position to take another TC as a Negi and make his boom even stronger. Right now Metallo is getting slaughtered though. His main TC is down, his army is not really on par with those allies. There are champions and already pretty good upgrades, catapults coming in, and yeah, Priest is definitely storming this side of the map. Here at the most left battle, Godline is doing all he can to somehow at least engage Priest in battle here, but Priest is just ignoring him and employing some more tower spamming. And Golden Axe is the one doing the damage here, and he is at the same time trying raiding on the TCs, and yes, he will take 1 TC from Seattle down because the green player has nothing there to reply with. Okay, even though Golden Axe forced Metallo to retreat from this TC, he wasn't really paying enough attention, so it's getting destroyed. And well, how's looking for this green TC? Still not up. And you can see on the minimap that Golden Axe has relinquished one of his to I'm on Fire to make him better in the battle, because he needs more pop to battle with Seattle. Right now he's slowly losing, so he needs all the help he can get. And it seems he's not even having enough upgrades, just 2. But how's it looking for the green guys? Well, they have absolutely nothing. Okay, so that's also one of the reasons why purple isn't getting slaughtered, because of the TC disadvantage. TC up. And, well, I'm on Fire is trying to secure this position with this palace. And, well, he will be in trouble because Seattle is trying to employ the water and sea chips. Well, not sea chips yet, but just normal ones to support some fire for his land units. Okay, that's a nice one. On the left, Priest is finally paying attention to his enemy, and I'm not sure Godlion is going to like that very much when all the allies start coming into his base. It's still a mythical Eggy with pretty good upgrades against not that great upgrades. Tartarian Gate is pretty good here. It's complementing Golden Axe's raid on Seattle's base. Was able to take down the back TC, but right now we have Underworld Passage somewhere. Here at the back. So that's Metallo in Mythic. Or what? No, he's not in Mythic. But he has enough army to raid the village here and take down this back TC from I'm on fire to actually kill it and quite possibly steal it as well. Where is it? Oh yeah, here. He'll try to protect it with Fortress, so probably once those villies finish, they will go right through to build the town center. And yeah, Golden Axe nor I'm on fire have anything here. And Gold Lion has now resigned because his position is not really great and he's getting slaughtered altogether by LNC Priest. And well, even though this attempt from Metal was very nice, it wasn't enough, and the distraction from Golden Axe's raiding and Tartarian Gate and the fact that I'm on fire was finally getting the upper hand thanks to the extra pop means that LNC take the match against the champions of season 23 2-0. Well, GG's. The first game was probably GG as well, but this definitely was well worth watching. So let's look at the post game. Who was the MVP? Priest. Yeah, I have to agree. He was pretty great. And moving on, yeah, absolutely awesome economy. The 2TC boom was the correct choice and allow him to do very nasty stuff to his enemies. Seattle MC just 26 villies. Well, that's not enough. If he had better echo, he might have actually killed Amon Fire. He had advantage over him for some time there, but yeah, not enough army and not enough upgrades as well as we could have seen there. It's not really kicking in. LNC Priest, pretty sweet kill loss ratio. Military count 86 and units killed 190 and units lost 61. Pretty good job. Otherwise it's more or less even. And improvements, yep. Seattle wasn't having good ones, but neither was Golden Axe or Metal on Fire. Well, no one except Priest, who has the one boomed. Otherwise all these guys were just running around. I'm thinking that Metal's Centaurus didn't really do enough, and he would have been better off going for some faster mythic, which is what I was expecting from him. And his presence in the game was really limited, I think, because the Drakes were very well defended by some of the Hersiers from Golden Axe, and they didn't really do the damage that TBL were definitely hoping for. Okay then, that's 2-0 right there. And very nice play from LNC, and they will be facing in the semifinals either JSS or AOD. That's on the left side, so that's going to be a very exciting matchup, and definitely follow us then. Okay, 2-0.